Today is going to be a good day, family. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Regina Lynn. On this podcast, we cultivate a safe space where we can confront uncomfortable conversations. In addition, we strive to create a world where every individual feels prepared, secure, and confident in the plans that they have for the future, knowing that they have provided clarity and peace of mind for themselves and their family. Let's get started in today's episode. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the importance of actually having insurance for unexpected emergencies versus borrowing the funds when you need them or setting up some type of fundraiser, even things such as a GoFundMe account. There are various types of insurance, and in another episode, you will be able to get the details of the various types of insurance and how you can obtain insurance. The purpose of this episode is to discuss the importance of actually having an insurance policy for emergencies. You need to have insurance because it gives you peace of mind if and when something that's unexpected happens. And some people say, oh, that's a waste of money. No, it's not. To have a peace of mind, it is not a waste of money. And I will say that, let's just talk about death, for example. Everybody knows that death is the end of life. Knowing that, you should prepare for it, knowing that it's actually the last act of love that you can show your family, your significant others, the loved ones that you leave behind. Having a policy in place to handle or carry out your final wishes, your funeral, your burial, all that in place so that they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to guess. They don't have to go out of here and try to raise the money and things of that nature. I do not sell insurance. However, I do have my own insurance. I do know that some insurance policies is less than one ATM run. You can get insurance for less than $20 a month. That's pennies. You have people that your priority is to be taking care of your family. And you say, I love my family. I love my husband. I love my wife. I love my children. I love my grandchildren. Act like it, right? One way you can act like it is have a policy in place to carry out your final wishes, because it's them that are left here to carry out those wishes. And when you do that, you're allowing them to grieve with a peace of mind and not worry about how they're going to fund your last ceremony, your last event. And some people say that, well, some people say, I don't want anyone having my social security number. You do need your social security number in order to get a policy. And why not do that? And then you have some people say, I can't afford it. I have to pay for these bills. I have to pay for this while I'm living. I get it. So then if one of your family members wants to take out a policy on you, allow them to do that. Be an active participant in that process so that they do not have to stress out when it's your time. Statistically, only 52% of Americans actually have an insurance policy. While yes, it is 2% over half of the American population, but that's not a lot at all. That is not a lot. So what you're saying is if there's 10 people in the room, 5.2 people in that one room has a life insurance policy. And so why is that? It should be 100% of the people in that room have a life insurance policy. Why wouldn't you want to be in a space or create a space where your family is taken care of to carry out your final wishes so they don't have to grieve and wonder how they're going to pay for or mortgage their houses or borrow from families and friends or take out of their 401k and things of that nature? Why would you put them in a space like that? I'm just asking for a friend. I think that you should actually heavily consider, if you are a part of the 48% of the American population that does not have a life insurance policy, you should consider getting it. Consider it as your last act of love to your family members so that they can go ahead and start the grieving process and they don't have to go through this scenario of trying to raise money to carry out your final wishes. Most people will end up doing like a GoFundMe. And it's almost like, well, I didn't know that they were going to die. Yes, today we know that all of us are going to die, right? So let's go ahead and plan for that. We're going to have future episodes where we talk about life insurance, term life, whole life. We talk about pre-needs insurance. We're going to talk about burial insurance. But today I just want to talk about the fact that you need insurance, some type of insurance, just to make sure that your family is taken care of. And GoFundMe is not an insurance policy. It is not an insurance policy. And you don't even know if that you're going to raise enough money to handle the affairs of your loved ones and your family members. So just consider that. Consider making sure that your family is taken care of so that they can properly grieve and they can go ahead and move on with the rest of their lives and start rebuilding without you. Don't put a financial strain on them. Don't put a mental strain on them. Don't put an emotional strain on them, because that's exactly what you're doing when you fail to put an insurance policy in place that takes care of them. Go ahead and just consider it. Think about it. Let's increase the number from 52% of the Americans that actually have a policy. Let's increase that by the end of this year to 60%, and then next year 70%. Or in the next year, let's just get to 100%. So in 3 years, let that be our goal. In 3 years, 100% of the American population will have insurance. And the question is asked, what is the best age to get insurance? My answer is 30 days after a person is born, they need a life insurance policy. So you want to go ahead and get life insurance for them. And when you get that insurance, it's maybe like $10, $12 a month. That is it. Less than an ATM run. Think about that. It's worth protecting your family just in case. Not just in case something happens. It's worth protecting your family, giving them peace of mind. So whenever that day is, because we don't know the day nor the hour that we're all leaving here, but we're definitely leaving. Don't leave your family to chance. Don't leave your family to go have to do some magical fundraiser or do a GoFundMe account just so that they can carry out your last wishes. Why would you do that? We want you to have the conversation with your family. What is the life insurance plan for your family? And once you have the life insurance plan conversation, what we do on this channel, we have the conversation, then we make a written plan, because it's better to have it and don't need it than to need it and not have it. Until next time, peace. Thank you for connecting with us on today's podcast. We are dedicated to helping families navigate life's most challenging moments, providing peace of mind for themselves and their loved ones. Until next time, hug yourself, love like you've never been hurt before, and straighten your crown. Peace.